announcement for all the faint-hearted. You might want to dip before the jerks get started. If you like frank conversation, then pull up a seat. If you like the unexpected, then you're in for a treat. But you're not a captive, there's no ransom to pay. You can just hit the X if you don't want to play. Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't want to join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Hey, welcome everyone.
Hey everybody.
Best intro ever. Hello everyone.
Can I just start out by letting everybody know it's Wednesday. And what do we do on Wednesdays?
We wear pink.
We wear pink.
We wear pink. Hey, Kim.
And in my case, pink polka dots.
Well, see, we wear pink and we watch Regina George get hit by a bus.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's Kim. Hi, Kim.
Thank you.
Speaking of
10 months.
wearing pink,
Hey, Vicasa.
I just want to pimp our new merchandise.
Let's do it.
Pimp it out.
Somebody's been asking for
Reese.
autographed T-shirts, so they will be pleased to know that they are now available in the merch shop.
For that one person, Josh B.
Josh
who-
B.
Josh B.
I
Pearls
signed mine
and
with my
Soup's
finger.
autograph is on there for you. Oops.
I've got to say hi to
Godmama!
Vicasa, who's on the screen at the moment, who is also, I know, been waiting desperately, biting their nails to see when the verdict is going to come in for Karen Reid. Oh,
Hold on just a second. I got to shout out Godmama in the chat. Love you. Thank you for being over here with us. Did you like our intro?
It's a
From
fun
my sector, y'all. So welcome, Godmama.
welcome, Governor. It's always lovely to see anybody from Soup Sector over here.
All right, I'm done pimping merch, but those were the two new shirts that are in the merch shop.
Yes. So Josh B, you have my autograph now and Pearls. And all of us. You love it, Godmama? Godmama,
signed it
I'll
with my
get your
finger.
link in a minute and drop it in the chat. Well, ladies, here we are.
Here we are. Oh shit! And I never, ever thought I'd be up here doing this.
No,
No.
I didn't think you'd be up here doing this either, but it seems that this has been dragging on so long that this is the only way to put a fucking end to it. Hopefully. Well, an end to it for us.
Yeah.
Whatever anybody else wants to do is up to them.
The
Yeah.
high road didn't work, so
No,
time for some truth.
no,
Yep.
it didn't. And
We tried.
I'm not going to be up here sending subliminals. I'm going to name names.
Facts.
I've been in this community for 3 years. And for almost all three of them, I've known J. Marie. We were in Ziggy's Discord and stuff together. And, you know, when you're in a Discord together, you get to know people a little bit better, things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
there was just something about her that always felt off to me. And then we all dissipated from there. And I just really didn't mess with a lot of the people that weren't in our Discord. Anyway, just because I wasn't her biggest fan doesn't mean that I was out trying to gather up an army to go against her. As a matter of fact, I never even told my nearest and dearest friends here that I had any issues with her. I kept that to myself. And while I was keeping that to myself, she was emailing everybody that we knew or DMing between her and her friends, telling them what an awful person I was. And nobody came to me until she came to Soup to tell me that there was an issue.
Yep.
Now, can I just put in and say here, not only did Tanga not go into any detail about the fact that she didn't get on with Jo Marie. I mean, we knew generally that she was not a big fan, but she never said anything. When and I'm going to say it, so you can just take it as you will, I was the person who did not want you back in the Discord, Jo Marie. And Soup and Tanga were the people who spoke up for you. And because they spoke up for you, I was willing to vote for giving you a second chance. But as far as I was concerned, you hit the door the first time. You were never coming back. So why you're trying to make Tanga into the bad guy, I don't know. You could make me into the bad guy. I don't care.
I'm used to it.
And I would just like to say, as far as her getting kicked out of the Discord, I don't have that much power that I can just kick somebody from the Jerk Discord. It doesn't work like that. We have a democracy here. We vote on everything. And that was a unanimous vote that I didn't bring up the vote. Somebody else wanted to vote her out. It wasn't.
That's correct. That is true.
But the vote was unanimous. And since then, okay. She threw a fit about that.
Can we clarify why that was? Can we clarify once and for all why that was?
Correct.
Yes.
I don't have a problem. If you feel that you can tolerate somebody else's transphobia, that's on you. What I don't accept is that you expect me to tolerate your toleration of somebody's transphobia. This is my sitting room, okay? That Discord is my sitting room, our joint sitting room. If you have an issue like that is going to make some of us uncomfortable, then you can go. We're not obliged to invite you in. We're not obliged to be your friend. Sometimes in life, there are going to be people that for some reason or another do not like you. And you have to live with that. We're all grown women. I'm not crying because some of you don't like me. In fact, I'm quite complimented by the fact that some people out there don't like me. It is the highest compliment you can pay me because I don't want to be the sort of person that you like. If you've got an issue with that, you'll have to cry more. One of the other people who this was also an issue decided to take themselves out of the equation. I'm fine with that also. I just don't like the rewriting of history. And I certainly don't like the way that Tanga is being blamed for everything.
And the really funny part is that she kicked me out of her Discord like a year and a half ago. I never said a word to anybody. You guys didn't even know I was in her Discord.
I didn't even know you were in the Discord. I didn't know she had a Discord. But either way, it doesn't matter. We don't have those conversations. The idea that there is some sort of endless conversation about people in the Jerks Discord, the private bit, is ridiculous. We do such fascinating things as, do you like this edit? Does this MP3 sound good? I think I've fumbled the end of this. Can you check it for me? It's really not that complicated.
It's where we go.
Actually, once we opened the other Discord, we rarely ever went into the private Discord anymore.
Yeah.
No, that was more for, and it still is mostly where I throw the thumbnail to make sure that you all think it works for.
I throw in ideas for
show.
shows. Yeah.
We talk about what day we're going to do a live. Is everybody available? That's it.
Set up StreamYard links, all the glamorous things.
Yeah, and I can have a personal issue with somebody and still tolerate being around them and not be nasty to them.
And you never were. You
No,
never was.
This is the thing. Tanga is adult enough that she can coexist in a room with people that she knows don't like her and that she doesn't care for. And it's never an issue. I never even gave it a second thought any time that it happened, because there was never any atmosphere as far as I could tell. And then suddenly, massive drama.
Yep.
And I started none of it. I wanted none of it. People have drawn a line in the sand and picked sides. And my friends up here have been put in the middle of this. And it's just really shitty, because I wasn't out here. I said a shitty thing. I did. And before any of this happened, she and I spoke privately about that. I told her that I regretted it. I apologized. I was sincere in that. And she told me it was squashed. Soup was there.
I was. Because she came to me. Let me say this, so there's no confusion. J. Marie had came to me the first time. She had been kicked out of the Discord. And then, got it. She came to me with all of these issues that she had with Tanga. Okay. She was telling me all of these issues that was going on or supposedly going on. Okay. When I asked her, why don't we do this? Because I don't believe any of this, and your problem ain't with me. Why don't we go to the source? Because that's what I believe in doing. You go to the source, the person you have an issue with, that's who you take it to. So I took her to Tanga, okay? Because it wasn't any of my business. And when I took her to Tanga, because Tanga had me muted in Discord.
For like a month.
Story. We don't know how that happened, but it's fixed now. So when I took her to Tanga, we went to StreamYard so we could all hear each other. I mainly stayed out of it and allowed those two to address their situations. And they did. They dabbed it out. It was good. Okay. She was,
I was accountable and apologetic.
Yes.
Can
She
I
was good.
can
And
I
then
just interject
brought
something?
back into the Discord and never participated at all. The day she got kicked again was the day when the next day was when everything happened. If you felt this strongly about Tanga, what are you doing wanting to be in a Discord with her? I got questions.
Can I just interject something?
Yes.
You never wished J. Marie dead, did you?
No, I think what was said is, God, isn't she dead yet? And then like 3 days later, I find out that she's really, really sick. And I felt like an asshole.
Yeah.
And come on, let's be honest here. Who hasn't at some stage spoken about somebody that they don't like and said, oh, unfortunately still alive, or said to somebody, I wish they would drop dead? It's an unfortunate wording. It's not good. It's not polite. But it is not uncommon, and it is not the end of the world. This person here on the screen, you can take that and shove it. We don't need that sort of comment in here. That is not what this is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Tanga didn't wish her dead. You starting to sound like Leviticus from my sector. They won't be dead. They won't.
Context is everything.
Context is everything.
It was a horrible
Not only
thing
is
to say,
context
and I don't
everything.
mind taking it on the chin for that, because it was a horrible thing to say.
And you did take it on the chin. This is the point. Context is everything. Not only, right, Karma's a bitch can go. Not only did you admit to it and spoke to her about it directly and apologized to her directly, it then was brought up again by you. It's sort of like, well, what is it that you want?
Well, then she started
been
spreading
given
my
an
personal
apology.
business, or what she thinks is my personal business, around to everybody, because I have seen comments about my medical conditions. I have seen comments about an injury that I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. From
Take a
people I
breath.
never spoke to. As a matter of fact, I keep those things pretty private. I am an extremely private person. I don't put my life out there on here. And to see that kind of shit, things that I promised my children I wouldn't talk about publicly, really, really upsets
And let
me.
me say, all you people over there clutching at your pearls because of a joke comment that was apologized directly for in a private conversation to the person it was made about, but you sit over there in that person's life, I'm not giving him the satisfaction of naming him,
No.
and you talk about the fact that this woman was nearly killed and has subsequently had multiple surgeries to get some sort of life back, and you make it a joke, and you're all sitting there tolerating that, but her comment about, oh, are they not dead yet, which was apologised directly for and regretted, is constantly hammered over and over and over again in that chat and by the same people in other chats. The hypocrisy is disgusting. You honestly do not really give a damn about whether anyone's illness or health is discussed. All you want to do is hurt Tanga. The same way that you made a big deal about comments that were taken actually out of the Jerks private chat, which I didn't give a damn about. One of them was mine that was in that sort of screenshot that you showed, and I really couldn't give a toss. But I regret now that at the time that all that happened, because Tanga's doesn't give a damn about being in that other Discord, we should have said, okay, we'll kick Tanga, now what? Because that's not really what you wanted. Really what you wanted was for us to stick up for Tanga like we did, so you could make a continuous thing, create all these comments about she's a homophobe, she's a racist, she's this, she's that. What you wanted was for us to kick Tanga out of the Jerks, and that was never going to happen. Will never happen. You were wasting your
Not
time
even a
and
thought.
your energy.
I can tell you this. I know Tanga's humor, even though I don't agree with what she said. She never wished you dead. And I'll ask this again, J. Marie. Why would you want to be in a Discord with somebody that you believed wished you dead? I've got questions. I really do.
Wow, JBT, you were told that someone you cared about was talking badly about you behind your back? I love, oh my God.
And was never shown any proof.
Just like I
Let's
was.
add that part.
Wow.
When
JBT, I hope to goodness it
Run
wasn't
with an
anybody
idea in
on
their
this
head.
screen, because we adore you. I've never heard anyone say a bad word about you. We love
I
you,
love you,
darling. I mean,
JBT.
seriously.
Nobody that you care about, that I know you care about, have I heard a bad word
No.
from. But I have heard some people talk some smack, but I know you don't even care about their opinion.
Well, and the
I
really
know
bad
that one
part,
person who said that they cared about you. I know that one person who said that they cared about you and said that they were your mum's A1 from day one. And I would have bet money on them being your mum's A1 from day one. In the midst of all this, decided that rather deal with the conversation as an adult, they would flounce out the Discord.
yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about, JBT. Gotcha.
This comment that was made, you guys, it was 8 months ago. 8 months ago, I said a comment. And look at all of this fallout when I immediately went and was accountable and apologetic. And that's the best that I can do in that situation. And still, she's let all of this happen.
And the biggest joke of all is when this actual explosion happened, when we had the major drama of somebody coming in and creating, the person who was at that very moment in the other section of the Discord saying, let's just let everybody calm down, let's not do anything. The person speaking up for letting Jane Marie back that first time was Tanga. The person speaking up for Chris was Tanga. But you're all out there making out that she's the devil. You have no clue about Tanga. You've got some axes to grind, and you are determined to grind them in public, regardless of the fact that you have no grounds for being as ridiculously over the top dramatic as you were all being.
Yep.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Talking about Chris. Chris decided to bring this to our Discord in the chat, and just trash Tanga right in the chat, for people that had no idea, including me, including all the other jerks, what was going on. We had no idea what she was talking about, but she decided to trash her right in the chat. And Soup and I were like, no, 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 this is not going to happen in here. I did yell at her. Oh, yes, I did. I yelled at her pretty good. And
And
I
I would have
told
been
her,
yelling, TJ, I would have been joining you in the yelling, but it was, what is it? It was 2:00 in the morning
yes,
over here, and I couldn't
yes.
get on the live to shout. So
And I
TJ
told
had to
her,
do my shouting for me, but I co-signed every single thing TJ said and did.
and I told her, I said, you're wrong. This is wrong, Chris. This is wrong. You cannot trash somebody, bring out their personal business in a chat that people know nothing about. But she didn't have it. Then she came on in voice, and she proceeded to trash her even worse, bringing up other things.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
It was.
So
Why the fuck was she there? Why? If that's how you felt, why you breaking bread with us?
You know why she was
Get
there?
out.
Because
Exactly.
I saved her ass 7 times. That's why she was still there.
Truth.
There won't be an 8th time.
Also, I feel like J. Marie had been building this army for a while, because when I went back to look at some stuff, Chris, a lot of your messages was deleted. And also, let me go piggyback off what TJ was saying. I yelled too. And guess what, Chris? I knew you were going to record it. Put it out. Do you think I'm ashamed? Do you think I'm worried?
Oh, I'm
You
not.
think I'm embarrassed about what I said about my
Nope.
script? I don't give a damn. Somebody
Me
put
either.
a battery in your back and they sent you off on your dummy mission. Now run tell that.
Oh, and one
Before
other
Jay
thing.
was sick, I would never, even before she was sick, I would have never gone around to 30, 40 people talking a bunch of shit about her, trying to get a bunch of people to hate her. And I find it quite funny and pretty manipulative that, though that's what I'm being accused of, I did none of it, but it's exactly what the bitch was doing to me. Yeah, I called her a bitch.
Yeah, you did. So, and
Oh, and another thing.
Bitch
Chris,
is a word for her.
I've seen you put in chats that you left our Discord. Yeah, you left, but you left with my boot up your ass.
True that.
Woohoo!
You
And
got the
also,
audience.
She didn't delete a whole lot.
no, but
No,
she also,
I know how to go find that stuff. I got it.
but she found out
got it.
she was taking screenshots out of the Discord for a long time. We
Yes.
do know that.
We figured that out. So anyone that was in our Discord, I'm sorry, but Chris was taking screenshots. She said it on someone's panel. And yeah, it's just the way it is. And if you got her in your Discord, even though everything seems cool and sweet now, Chris has a history of this and she will do it again. You will not be an exception to that rule. Trust that.
And I feel so stupid because what I always used to say about Chris is she's messy, but I don't think she wants to hurt anybody. She's got a good heart. And then
Okay.
she comes swinging at me full force.
The one who took up for the most when we were like, I don't think we should have her in here. I don't think we should make her a moderator because of her history on here. And you were like, let's give her a chance. We did. And I grew to like her. And then one day out of nowhere, because of you, J. Marie, I said your name and I'll probably say it some more. Okay. Because of you and somebody else.
Putting a battery in her back, right?
You ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no grit. You ain't got nothing about you. As Tanga said, You bite with other people's teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Send off, dummy.
Oh, and
Right.
there's another big player in this too. And don't think we're not watching you too, Lenny.
I blocked Lenny because
I'm
I
not watching her. I blocked
Lenny,
her.
Oh, Lenny had
You're
so
disappointment.
much. When I went back and looked in the archives,
she was a
boy,
cheerleader.
there were novels.
Can I say something?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Purple, I know you were in the bushes, so listen up. I want you to hear this. Chris did reach out to your sister, which you already know. Let me finish. I got to get this off my chest. Okay. She did. Chris was also telling Tony that she had reached out to your sister. So hold on. So
Chris
then,
was also going into the chat under a different name and pretending to be Perp's sister. Let's not
Yeah.
beat around the bush.
Yep,
If the cards are all
exactly.
coming out, let's throw them all on the ground.
but let me say this. We got the screenshots to prove it. In my Heidi voice, I'll do in a minute. Chris, you came into Discord and said, I've been doing some bad girl shit. And we were all like, what's that? So your lies to Purple that you only sent her sister a few links, well, they're just that, lies. And yeah, we got the screenshots. You go ahead and put out whatever you want to. I'm going to
What
pull a
about
whole
who
bunch
else you
of this on you.
contacted?
Also, Purple, I'll say this to you. What Chris did was wrong, but I ain't got a lot of sympathy for you.
Mm-mm.
No.
My sympathy is for Perp's sister, who isn't involved in any side of this and has been dragged into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
That
I'm
part.
trying to say is, Purple,
Yes,
you
Josh
are the
B.
one who threatened. You know what you threatened with Tony's child. You know what you've done with Susan's family, Tabby's family. You know all the family members you have brought onto this platform. So I feel nothing.
Chris shared those screenshots too.
Same here, Perp. I've got no sympathy for how hurt you are because of what you tried to do to Six Up. You don't know what was going on behind the scenes. I know you don't care either. But at the time that you were allowing her ex-partner to sort of badmouth her in your chat and you were glorifying in that, serious shit was going down. And yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
that
care.
too.
And I'm going to say to you exactly what you say to everybody else, which is, well, that wasn't me. I didn't do it. How am I supposed to stop anything? I'm not in control of what Chris does. Just like you say every time Heidi does something. Or I could use the alternative line, which is, no one gets a free pass. You did stuff was done to you. That's the way it goes. An eye for an eye, bitch.
I mean, we could have put it
Can
out.
I also, while we're on the subject
We
of
could have put
Purple,
it out,
add
but we
in?
weren't interested. Go ahead, Eliza.
While we're on the subject of Purple, I want to add in what she did to Lolita's family. Whatever about Lolita, how you guys felt or whatever,
Yep.
her daughter didn't deserve all that.
Exactly.
You don't know why that man don't have custody. You don't know. Whatever he told you, how was that for you two?
You didn't even
No.
use the most
Don't
basic
say you
logic.
don't mess with families.
You did not even use the most basic knowledge. If Lolita is this terrible person that you all said that she was, and she has this history of drug use and all the things that you drug out, and I've got nothing for Lolita at the moment, but all the things that you said and these couples said Lolita was, if all of that is true, why was she the custodial parent? Why didn't you ask yourself that? Why didn't you do the most basic research like we did eventually and discovered that, oh, he actually has some protection orders out against him. Lolita had a protection order against him. The child had a protection order against him because the child was right in the middle of an incident that went down that was covered in the newspapers. But no, you were all so keen to get the knife into Lolita. You didn't really care about the fact that there was a minor child in the middle of all this, that you were dragging her custody situation all over the internet.
So we have no sympathy. I don't care. And I know that sounds cold, call me cold. I didn't agree with Chris reaching out to your sister, didn't ask her to, didn't know she was going to. But do you think that I have any sympathy for you? No. After
I only
everything
have
you've done,
one regret about this situation with Chris coming in and saying that we should have bounced her then and there.
yep,
We
we should
didn't,
have
because
bounced.
we were a soft touch. We actually cared about you, Chris. And you were tolerated with some of the fuck shit that you got involved in. We defended you and believed you that you hadn't done these things that people said, right up until the minute that you did some of the things that people said and came to us and said, hey, look, I've done this thing, just like people say, involving Facebook.
Remember that
That was
car?
a great situation for us to be in, having defended you like hell. Oh my God, the joke is on me with the Chris is the devil gif, isn't it? Laugh all you want. I accept the joke is on me. I want to show this screenshot, which is the last message that I sent
I
to Chris.
knew it.
And I stand
I
by
knew
every single word that I said. I just need to get rid of this comment off the screen. Hang on.
I knew that's what you were going to show.
This
No problem,
is
JBT.
exactly how I felt, how I feel now, how I will always feel.
I'll read it. Said, wow, Chris. This is from Pearl to Chris. After Chris tried to use her, you saw my New York temper. Kill that shit. I hate that shit. First of all, I'm from here, so I got to temper. Stop. You
Yeah,
showed
she tried to DM me as if I was going to be out of line with the rest of these women, as if Tanga wasn't more of my concern than anything else.
So Pearl says, wow, Chris, I really cared about you and actually planned to come in Discord, blow up and record it. Wait a minute. Wow, Chris, I really cared about you and you actually planned to come in Discord, blow up and record it. I guess you really can't resist the F shit. Just like everyone warned us. And we chose not to believe. So what? You never really gave a damn about people who defended you and stood by you over here. I can only guess that for you, the thrill of attention is always worth destroying every opportunity of friendship. Sad way to live your life, but we all make our choices. Do I feel like a fool for caring about you and believing in you? Yes, I do. But I'd rather be a fool than a snake. Good luck out there.
And that's that.
And let's be clear, Chris, that wasn't your New York temper. You kill that noise. What that was, and the only thing that was J. Marie putting a battery in your back because she cannot stand on her own. She thrives in victimhood, and that's where she will stay. You came in the Discord to people that only been good to you. Only been good to you. But because of what you were told, not what you saw, told, you threw that all away.
Oh, and I'd like to add this. You know, I saw, I don't know where, maybe it was Purple's chat, I'm not sure, where Chris was saying that the jerks put her up to contacting Purple's sister and that we were egging her on. No, all of those screenshots show the only person that was egging her on was Lenny.
And if you want a battle of screenshots, you can have it.
Yeah,
I prefer not to, but if it comes down to that, I'm fine with it. I've
already started
already
preparing
written.
redactions on screenshots to redact out people that had nothing to do with this, and to produce those if needed to show.
Eliza's got all the screenshots, and I've got the soundtrack.
Yep.
You won't like
so
either.
do I. You like that Tennessee puppy? Yep. So do I. Chris, you're really slimy. You do live up to your name out here. I don't know how many sectors you've been kicked out of, and I'll imagine where you're at now, it's only in due time because you can't help yourself. I will give you this. You held on for as long as you could with us, and then you just couldn't resist the urge. Drama means more to you. Forgot where I was going.
And we
Drama.
helped you in almost any way, every way a person can be helped. We defended
Yeah.
you, we laughed
We
with
sure
you,
did.
we bought things for your kids, we made sure you were
Encouraged her.
okay when you broke your wrist. That's
We
on
did
us.
that for
That's on us.
Jay Marie
I
as
don't
well.
regret any of that. I don't regret any of that.
No, no.
In the end, do I look a fool for it? Yes, I probably do. But there we go. I know that I did the best that I could by you. I don't know what else I could have done, except be a doormat and kick Tanga out. And I was never, ever going to do that. And I am, as Tid says, I'm sick of the jerks helping people. I need to be shit on by them. I am so sick of it.
Well, speaking of being sick,
I'm not going to
I
quit
also would like
helping,
to
though.
say that
That's not going to change me from wanting to help people.
yeah,
No, it
Oh,
won't
no,
change
it won't change
either.
me either. This is who we are.
What, Tanga?
I just I forgot what I was going to say. Go on.
Sorry, darling, you were talking about health, and I also wanted to talk about that.
Yeah,
You go first.
Jay Marie is sick. I don't want anybody like going at her with hate, which is why I have tried my best to avoid this live.
Yeah.
Neither one of us are in good health. Neither one of us need this. We have a lot going on.
Sorry.
There's a backstory to that.
I love it.
But I thought,
Leave Buckeye Mama out of this.
Right.
She's going through a lot. She don't deserve it.
I just
Don't need this right now.
I just wanted it to end, and it feels like it wasn't gonna until I said something.
Did
So,
you hear that?
Now you've all heard
That's the
my
voice of
side.
somebody. That's the voice of somebody who's been endlessly attacked in private and in public over the last couple of months. And still, she's up here saying, Jay Marie's ill and I don't want anybody going at her. Tanga is ill and I don't want anybody going at her. Jay Marie, you're not the only person who's had that sort of diagnosis. Somebody else who's been with us and has been very recently gone through the mill with that situation. Nobody gives a damn about that. You're not the only person who's had that sort of diagnosis and is having to live with that diagnosis of a life-limiting illness. Hello? Eliza is going through situations and is working really fucking hard on her health. No, but none of you give a damn about that. It's like there's only one ill person in the whole of this sector of YouTube. I'm sorry, but if you've got the energy to create fuck shit, then you're probably not as ill as you're making out. And if you are that ill, you should be getting out of the fuck shit and looking after your health.
Amen.
Because you
I
saying,
don't have the energy for this. I don't.
and this wasn't going to stop until something was said. Tanga was hell bent on this not being a thing because she knew what it would be. Oh my God, I'm picking on the, Jay Marie, poor pitiful Jay Marie. But you all would not stop. Lenny, I have blocked you. Your subliminals are everywhere. And you are somebody that is constantly talking about self-growth, bettering yourself. To me,
Stop lying to yourself.
you're a pretender of peace, being an agent of chaos. You can trick yourself all you want. You are an agent of chaos, and there's no healing. You have not healed. Knock it off.
As Purple would say, stop it.
What else you got?
Well, I'm going to say this. Whoever else, because this has caused a lot of tension and with people that we truly do care about. And from here on out, I am done. If I want to say something about it, I'm going to. But I am done with it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. You all go ahead, fire up a live, beat up your community wall tabs, put your stupid quotes, your Instagram quotes everywhere. I don't care. I said what I said, And if you keep on, I'll say it again. Thank you always.
I agree. And you don't have to worry about grabbing screenshots. If you want me to repeat something, just get me on the mic. I'll say it for you. I don't have a problem with anything that I've said. I do not understand the way that people have expected a level of behaviour from us that they don't seem to expect from the people standing next to them. The hypocrisy is sickening. The way that people are allowed to talk about Tanga and Six Up and JBT and other people that I actually love and care about very much as they want in open chats, but yet we get criticised for even going
For a
about
comment
the
we made
edge
8
of
months
this
ago.
conversation on a live. The mere fact that Soup and I had a live, had a couple of pearl clutchers immediately leaving our Discord. I'm sorry, I won't be blackmailed into behaving in a way that you feel is appropriate when you don't seem to be using that same gauge for anybody else. Don't expect a level of behaviour and control from me that you don't expect from the people standing by your side.
And let's remember, Pearl, the day I did that live, the night before, Chris was steady typing in someone's chat all the business. So she had already put it out there.
And if you don't changing your story and saying that you didn't record what happened in the Discord, I've got the screen cap of you in the chat, somebody's chat, sort of subliminally to Soup going on, oh, and I hit the record button before I left. So what is it? Were you lying then or are you lying now?
There was no reason for all of this. There really wasn't. And a lot of people were just innocent casualties in it.
Yep.
A lot of people. And that part really sucks.
It does.
Eliza loved that Discord.
And I was like 3 days out of the hospital when all this crap went down.
Yeah.
I really didn't need it right then.
Yeah, she was going through a lot.
I was going through a lot. I was in the
is the other thing that
hospital.
gets me. Eliza's been in the hospital more than a certain person who tells you how much they've been in the hospital this year, and yet you never hear it coming out of Eliza's mouth because that's not the way that Eliza rolls. But of course, if you don't constantly harp
Did you throw it
on
away?
about your health,
You need to go through
Then-
that stuff and organize
But-
it.
Julie, you need to
Bugsy.
mute, Julie.
What? Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
if you don't hammer on about your health in exquisite detail, every single thing that you have to do day in, day out to deal with your chronic illness, as several of us do, then you're not really ill. You people need to get a sense of perspective. It's always the loudest, squeakiest hinge that gets the most oil, regardless of the fact of whether it needs it or not.
Yep. And don't ever message me again with that manipulative bull crap.
Yeah, there's been a lot of behind the scenes manipulation.
I was on a live with Soup, and her phone and her Discord messages were going off like every 30 seconds all the way through. It was distracting me. It was obviously aimed to distract Soup. And really, you're a grown woman. If you don't want people to talk about the shit that you create, stop creating it. Rather like the whole situation with Chris, quite how Perp expects us to shovel the shit back in the horse after it's actually happened, I don't know. I think we were all really hoping that it wouldn't come down to your sister actually coming into YouTube in any way. And it seemed to us that saying less was going to be the best thing to try and get this ridiculous situation leveled out as soon as possible. When you say, oh, you're only mentioning it now months after. No, what it was Tanga was pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and she reacted. And to be honest, I probably would have done the same under similar circumstances. But until that happened, none of us would have said anything. And we would have hoped that it would just be a case of your sister eventually ignoring weirdo on the internet that was contacting them under an assumed name, and that would be the best ending that could happen. That there would not be any further drama for your sister, most importantly, for you secondarily, for us in a very distant side section. But of course, that couldn't happen. It had to be hammered and hammered in chats. It had to be talked about under assumed names. And eventually, because of all the pushing, Tanga took an opportunity to hit back. Was it the best thing in the world? No. Is it understandable? Yes, I think it is. How far can you be dragged and put down and have your near... No, I'm not going to say that. The situation that you've had in your past laughed at in chats and not want to do something back. You're expecting superhuman elements of control and responsibility from someone that you are dragging and making their life a misery. It's not reasonable and it's not acceptable.
Right. Well, it's not going to stop. And I'm going to say something for some of you females, not y'all in here. You all really allow people to get in your head, especially dudes that don't give a damn about y'all. You know, some of these dudes, especially in this sector, love keeping drama going.
Mhm.
And you all have allowed certain people to rock you to sleep. Good luck to you, because eventually it will blow up. Tanga, I appreciate you never bringing this to us. I appreciate you keeping us out of it, never saying a word. It wasn't until, which we've already explained, that we were then thrust right into it. But I'm going to tell you something about Tanga. Tanga doesn't run around trying to poison wells. She's not in DMs. Oh my gosh, do you know about so-and-so? Don't trust her. Stay away from her.
I will say if I don't trust someone.
Yeah. If she's got an issue with you, more than likely she's keeping that to yourself. And I'll say this, J. Marie, you said you felt uncomfortable. I don't think so. You were in there for a long time and you talked for a while. Tanga would come in and out. She wasn't even in there that much. She never said anything or done anything to you to make you feel uncomfortable. And I also find your timing, the second time you were kicked from Discord, all very suspicious. You know, you were kicked because, and then you think that you're restricted from seeing things. You are. It's a default setting. You're restricted from seeing anything that was typed before.
You weren't restricted from any rooms. There were no private rooms in that Discord. Anybody who's in that Discord can see every single room. The only restriction on you was a default setting that when you come back, you can't see what was previously typed in the side chat. We only discovered that when the same thing happened to Mazakine, when we had to, there was some complication with a membership in the Discord and she had to be kicked and then she had to be brought back in as a different account. And she was the person who came to us and said, here we go. See, she says it happened to me.
Yeah, it happened to her.
Is there some reason why I can't see the side chat? And that was the first that we knew about it. But no, it can never actually be a default or something that accidentally happens that could have been easily sorted out if you'd actually brought it to us. No, it had to be a big drama and you had to be a victim and you had to tell everybody that, oh, we'd let you back in, but we'd restricted you. No. And then because you felt restricted, you wouldn't speak or whatever, or you were only in there to read the side chat. I don't know. But then you didn't take part. And at that point, everybody was creating about, oh, well, people who aren't in here should be kicked. So we did. And then that wasn't good enough.
And I wasn't kicking Tara. No. Tara comes in the morning. She talks about her little grandbaby. I don't
Tara's new, so
whoa. You're robot.
She was saying
As you
Tara
know,
Sue.
Eliza is actually Genghis Bot, and occasionally she can't hold Genghis Bot in. Yes, it was suggested that was it Tara, Vintage, people who we love and who can only get into the Discord at certain times. It's not a matter of them being able to get in endlessly day and night. That we should kick them because we kicked Jane Marie. So I'm sorry. Explain that logic to me again.
got
Exactly why do
so
you think
petty.
that has to happen?
Especially considering how a year and a half ago she kicked me out of her Discord. I never said a word to anybody about it. This is so petty. Tanga doesn't want to be my friend. Someone started an all-out war. Well, I didn't want to be your friend, but I wasn't rude to you or mean to you or mistreated you in any way.
Well, we need to bring up the fact that the reason a lot was kicked out was because of inactivity,
Yeah,
not
and people
for
put pictures of
anything
their kids
personal.
and stuff in there. I mean, if you're inactive, we have a right to protect the rest of the people in there, period.
We've bent over backward too much. We just got to have this decision there that we run that how we want to run it. And if that's a problem for you, we will not be offended when you leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we've been over backwards way too much trying to keep people happy. And I think that was our first mistake and definitely won't happen. Amanda, it's so good to see you. Where
It
you
is
be?
good to see her.
But it won't be happening
Monday.
again. Things will be changing. It's just the way it's got to be. And I promise you,
Can I have a sound check?
you
Oh, you
sound
sound
good.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
sound good.
All right, that's all.
But yeah, I'm not going to go through this again. I'm tired of this. Like every time you think it's died down, here it comes again. I'm done. Don't care. Don't care about how you feel about me. Don't care if you don't like me. I'm good.
Yeah, and people is going to have to realize, we're going to stand with each other, and we're going to look out for each other, and we're going to take up for each other. So you go out there and you start talking all your bullcrap about us. We're not just going to sit here and take it. We did for a long time, but that's over with. We're not
And
doing that
talking
shit no
shit to the
more.
5 people here who actually know me is real stupid.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Nobody really knows me because I'm real quiet. You guys know how I am and where I say personal stuff at and that kind of stuff. And it's just, man,
It's insane.
it is.
Well, she tried to come to me, and I was like, no, I'm the type of person you ain't. No. Don't let this accent fool you. I'm not stupid. And if you want real resolution, then you want to go to the source.
And
So
I'm not unreasonable. I mean, as soon as she came to me and said that she'd heard it and it was bothering her, I felt really bad. Really bad.
Who would tell it to her, though? What is that motivation? That was really kind of not being a real good
I tell you,
friend.
there's a certain level of wickedness in somebody.
Why do that?
Take that sort of flippant comment and tell somebody who is ill that comment. That's a level of cruelty that
Well,
I wouldn't like to take responsibility for. You might
No.
want to consider that the person who told you that, Jane Marie, doesn't really care about your feelings, because I would go out of my way to protect somebody that I felt the fondness and friendship for from that sort of comment that had been made to me. If somebody had said something off colour about Tanga to me, I wouldn't run and tell her. Not because I give a damn about keeping the comment private from the person who said it, because I wouldn't want to hurt Tanga.
Right.
And if the person will take that to you and say that to you, how much do they really care about you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, did you think about that? And did you see any receipts? Because every time I ask you for any, I didn't get any. Jay, I didn't get none.
And if y'all are still here hanging with the jerks, We wear pink on Wednesdays.
We do. I want to thank everybody that's reached out to me and been supportive and had my back throughout all of this. It was really nice, and there were definitely days where it became a necessity to me because this was tough. This is not fun when you're just sitting there for a month or longer letting people just trash you.
You did, baby. You did. You let it.
You know, I have thick skin, and I know we sit up here and throw punches, so I can take them, you know?
We have taken them. We've all taken them in the past. We've taken our L's. We've taken our, our turn to be the pinata when people have messed around with discords and stuff like that. And we haven't sort of cried about it. We've just read through it. But this has really worn on Tanga. And I have hated to see it because she has behaved. She's a better woman than I am. I'll say that.
Very classy. That's
Yeah.
classy with a C, not a K.
Yeah, because I would have been dragging from day one. Mm-hmm.
Well, she's sick. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? She's sick.
And that's what you kept saying.
Tanga. And
I don't
so
wanna
are
do
you.
I just didn't want to do this. But
The
I do
stuff
think
that you've
it's
been
important
through
for
this
everybody
year.
else to see the manipulation.
Well, and there was a bunch of people just demanding to know your business, Tanga.
Yeah. And my personal business is not
Yeah.
your fucking business. I don't owe it to you. I don't owe it to anybody.
Yes, Michelle. Knickers
Yes,
count.
I can.
Yeah, and that's wild to me. I wasn't there for that, but for somebody to come in demanding to know, Did you demand to see proof of all of these claims, or was it just pick on Tanga? I don't know.
You had a problem with people just demanding to know Tanga's business, the whole details of this. Tanga wasn't going around spreading it.
No.
My answer was go ask Jane Marie.
Yep.
Because
But I
while
told
I
people.
wasn't doing this to her, she spent months doing it to me.
I
And then
just
when
wonder.
wants to cry innocent and victim. No, you're no victim. You're a highly manipulative narcissist, and I want no more of you around me.
I'm good on you too, hon. I really
Stay
am.
over there.
Because that manipulation that you, no, I won't show DMs, but girl, And you know what? Sometimes these things have to be said, not subliminally, not slick, not in weird quotes you read on Instagram, Lenny. Sometimes they just need to be said with names and what happened. So there is a clear picture because y'all really like to paint a narrative. And we're just not going to continue to let you do it. Not
I
going
must say, though, it has been hilarious. It has been hilarious, Linny, seeing you back in Tony's chat and over in Susan's chat. These people that you don't have any time for because they're all game players behind the scenes. They're all talking to each other. It's all a conspiracy. But there you are, doing the very thing that you condemn other people for doing. As is usual, you're too busy trying to take the speck out of somebody else's eye when you've got a plank in your own. A bit of biblical quotes for you there. You're so busy.
Yeah, she had quite the problem with me going over to Relevance chat.
I guess
I wasn't. Lenny didn't give me permission.
Let me
quite the problem with
talk
that.
about that. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So we caught hell from Lenny from going into Shining's chat. Okay. But in the meantime, Lenny, you were in their chat. Very comfortable. So you decided to dip because you're back on that hackers. They knew. Blah, blah.
Didn't you have a wrench over there too?
Yeah. Oh, don't be sorry, Relevant. I don't care. I'm
Don't-
good.
No, we
don't
don't care.
sorry.
No, it's not your fault, Shining, at
You were
all.
just
You know
the
we
venue,
do what we
darling.
want. We do
You,
what
it
we
could
I
have
like
been.
going.
It
Hey,
could
I
have been
like going
any
to
chat.
Shining's chat. I like going in there. I like listening to Shining a lot. I think she's hilarious.
Yeah, I
That's
like her too. I
I
like
do.
Shannon.
Yeah,
And
because we
Iris
had a problem with Jenna.
and
Jenna did
Charlie.
me dirty, man. So, you know, do I hate Jenna? I don't.
I don't hate
I
her either.
won't.
I don't hate
I
Don't.
don't
anybody on
see me and
YouTube.
Jenna ever, being besties or anything like that. But, she's apologized. She appears to honestly, in my opinion, be making an effort to be different.
Well, if
I'm not,
somebody,
you don't see me in Jenna's chat. I will be over at Shines. I enjoy their lives. It's a lot of fun.
Look,
Oh, I'll be in Jenna's chat. I am head wrench. Don't
in
fuck
a
with me.
sector
Well-
that's overwhelmed by drama and infighting, Shining over the last few months has provided some real content. When she did her discussion about the whole situation with her brother and the larger situation of people having suicidal ideation, that was an exceptional live. The other day, she did one on the feelings of people who were adopted from all sections, both as a person who's been adopted, but also as a parent who's adopted children. I went in there, and it was a really great conversation. People were very open about their own experiences. It was fantastic. It was real, genuine, emotional, involving content in a place that is overwhelmed by bitchery. And if I choose to go in there, I choose to go in there. If you don't like it, that's also fine. It won't make any difference to me. The notion that you keep spraying out, Linny, about how somehow you were being controlled about where you went. No, I didn't have a problem with where you went. I didn't have a problem with you going and hanging out with somebody who's transphobic. What I had a problem with was you thinking that I should be okay with it in the place where I hang out. Those are two different things. And the fact that you couldn't understand that and that you happily threw everybody over, including your biggest and closest friend in this sector who has always treated you with love and respect, just blows my mind. You're so busy thinking that you're a mirror up to the world. You're so busy thinking that you're the mirror that everybody should see their true selves in, that you never turn the mirror around and look at yourself.
Facts.
Yeah, and she just
Facts.
turned her back on that friend. That was just bad, really bad.
Turned her back on that friend in what has been the toughest year of that person's life. And she's making an absolute castle out of the destruction that people have put on her life. I tell you what, Six Up is a fantastic woman. If you knew what was really going on in the background, you'd be fucking astounded. She's exceptional. And I will say that to anybody. And if you don't like it, that's tough.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
Just thank you, Shuby Mom. She says you ladies are awesome. I'm sure this is the last thing you wanted to do. Prayers for all in need.
Oh,
thank you, Shuby Mom. But Shuby Mom, I need
so
you
sweet.
to send me your Cash App or send us an email at thejerks2023 at proton.me with like your that way we'll have your email address if you want to do an Amazon gift card. But you and
I'm
Diamond, I'm a
diamond.
diamond. I need from you two. Those are the two prizes that have not been handed out. I need to hand those prizes out, and I don't want to forget to say that. I need to balance my books, ladies. So I need to get these gifts handed out or prizes.
Yeah.
All right, I just want. I'm
If
going to
you-
say something real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking about, Lenny was talking about us going into Shining's chat. I really do enjoy going in there. I like Shining and Iris and Charlie Girl a lot. Jenna did ask for forgiveness and she said she was sorry. And I'm not one y'all know how my faith is,
Mhm.
and you know um, that I'm a Christian, and I'm, you know, I may not always, I may say bad words, but I am a Christian, and that's not my judgment on whether, um, you know, anyone should forgive her or not. But I'll leave that to God. And if she's truly sorry, then, you know, I think that's wonderful. And I'm not one to hold a grudge against her. I mean, I'm not probably not ever going to be, you know, best friends with her or anything, but I'm not going to um, hold it over her head for her.
Right.
For
Well said, TJ. I
I
concur.
hate anyone
The only
on YouTube. It's petty and it's dumb. And you guys know I'm a busy person. I've got lots going on. I work. I've got
Yes.
a really full family life, and I
Yes,
just
you do.
have a lot going on. And I don't have time to genuinely hate people from YouTube. Yes,
No.
it does annoy me. But when I shut it off, it's done.
right. And, you know, I know that what she said, like the thing that, you know, even what she gave, you know, Ziggy gave her our addresses and things, and that was really bad. But, you know, I'm okay with that now. I really am. I got over that. But
No,
I
my
think,
issues with Ziggy, not with
yeah,
Jenna.
but
I'm over it with
biggest,
Jenna.
the biggest thing I
As long
had
as you don't.
was her, what she said about JBT. That's my biggest issue.
Yep.
And I would really like to see her really tell JBT, you know, I would like to see a public apology. I don't know if
But
she'd do
only if
that.
she means it.
Yeah, only if she means it. And I do think she's sorry for that. I don't think that she really truly means that. And but anyway, that's my biggest issue, and I hope that she doesn't still carry that in her heart. Um, but anyway,
JBT says she has apologized.
oh,
That's
good.
good.
Okay.
And I will also say the
Hi,
channel
Tina.
that she said that on bears responsibility. I know the perp thinks that somehow she's not responsible for anything that's said on her channel. That's not the way it goes. I'm sure that if somebody was up there saying something that you didn't personally approve of, you'd soon find the mute button. So don't give me that you're not in control of what's said and done. You bear a responsibility for allowing Jenna to get herself in that situation as well. It takes two people to create that sort of a shit show.
Thank you,
And you
Katie.
two were the chemistry that made it happen. But you have to believe somewhere in your heart that there is possible redemption for all people. Even those people who are going to face the death penalty, you hope that in some way they redeem their spirit. There's an awful lot of pretend and performative Christianity on YouTube.
Oh, amen.
Meanwhile, the two of the people who don't do that whole public laying it on the line and being, you know, sort of moral high horse in public are Bugsy and TJ, who are actually two of the people that if you said to me, name people who actually live their faith, I would say Bugsy and TJ. And I've got a vast experience in being involved in church situation, for want of a better term. I've seen the best and the worst of it. These two are the best.
No, I love you, Pearl. I'm not the best
I
all
love
the
you too,
time. believe
Pearl.
me.
And
I mean,
also, I
the
want to
best
say
of living
something.
what you believe, the best at living what you believe. I'm not saying that you're
Thank you.
saints. I'm saying that
No,
you
thank you for
believe
that.
it and you live it.
I
And
do.
also, I
truly.
want to
I
say
do appreciate that about them.
about my sweet little Bugsy. I'm going to tell y'all something, which I know a lot of people have already said good things, but Bugsy is such an amazing woman. And when she gives her time to you, her ear, her heart, any advice, she really comes from a place where she's invested and she cares. She has been devastated, hurt by a lot of this. And I hate seeing that happen to her. Bugsy really cared about a lot of y'all. And y'all just, when you fuck with Bugsy,
I do too. I want to forget JBT, please.
Thank
I
you,
love-
Nine Lives Mama.
Okay,
JB
Sue, I'm
has a
waiting for you to
heart
say something nice about me.
um,
I'm
you
just
look good
kidding.
in your leather
Yeah,
jacket.
JBT.
I'm just kidding.
I tell you
I
what I'll
love
say
you.
about TJ.
Top
I
liver.
have learned that my belief that I was a good judge of character is bullshit. 2023 and 2024 have been the years
I'm
of discovering
trying.
that I know nothing. I now will be guided by TJ's gut, which never lets us down. Quite often, TJ's gut comes back and says, I told you. And we go, yes, you were right. And from now on, I'm going to run everything. My feelings about things, I could go, oh, I feel this way, but I'm probably wrong. What do you think, TJ's guts?
Right.
That's too
Me
funny.
too. Me too, Nico. I hope people can start healing after this. It's just something that we had to do because it just wasn't stopping. It was every day. If it wasn't some comments, it was somebody on a panel saying something. It all gets back to us. And it's just like we were expected to shut up, don't say nothing. No. No, I'm not talking to you, Nico. I'm just saying in general.
We're jerks. We wear pink, but we're jerks. At some point, we're no longer going to take the high road.
No.
It's
Actually,
I don't
enough.
think we've pretty
Also,
much
I
got
just
there.
wanted to say one more thing. Still, if you hang with Ziggy, stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you. You're cool hanging out in her chat for whatever your reasons are. Go do that. That's fine. Go where you want, but stay away from me. I'm
It's
not
a Zig
interested.
free zone. Let me say
Yep.
that real quick without saying a name. Somebody said, you kicked Annabelle out because she went to Zig. You damn right. I said what I said and I did what I did. If you feel comfortable hanging around Ziggy, who gave out our private information, bitch, you're gone up out of our Discord. And I feel nothing. Call it what you want, call it control. I don't care.
Not only did she, sorry,
What? I was just thinking that.
not only did she give out our private information, she accuses us on the regular of calling CPS, of calling police, of doing all these things.
Yeah, of stopping her going to Jim's funeral, even though that was her own behaviour towards his family. And we didn't speak to his family for about a month afterwards. But suddenly, her time machine means that somehow that what we did a month later was the thing that stopped her going to the funeral a month earlier. Calendar doesn't work that way, Ziggy, even for you.
Yeah, Zig free
Yeah.
zone, frig free zone,
Friggy free.
friggy free.
yes, the gang stalking 6 up.
Yes, gang stalking. The whole. We don't stalk her. I don't go
Ellen,
to
I
her
don't
chat.
know what's going on, but I hope all is okay. And if you need us, let us know.
Ladies, I appreciate you guys giving me the time to come up here and do this.
It's your panel.
I am going to go ahead and get down. I've been in 5-inch heels all day. My feet hurt. I need to get flat and relax.
Can
Well,
you, darling, before you go,
Yes.
can you please check in with us in the Discord later, even if it's just for 5 minutes or so that we know that health-wise that you're okay, because this has been a very stressful day. Then you've had all these emotions, and I know how these things go for you. So please just let us know that you're okay, okay?
No problem. You guys will see me. I love you.
we love
ladies.
you.
Thanks, everybody, for your support and for coming and watching us today.
I love you, weirdo.
Love you guys.
We love you, weirdo.
Love you, Brad.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tanga.
And I promise for the people who've stuck this out listening to this is not going to be twice a day, every day, for 6 or 7 months like some channels do it. No, we don't want to be doing this all the time. We want to go on and talk about different things. But this was just at the point where it could not carry on like this. It was ridiculous. At the point when somebody is making a joke about somebody nearly losing their life and subsequently having a health situation where they've had multiple surgeries, meanwhile, you're also up in arms about a joke, you make yourself a laughing stock and you need it to be put straight.
Indeed. Well said.
I agree.
And some of y'all need to get you a backbone. Quit hiding behind other people. Seriously, you will feel so much better in life when you confront people head on. I promise.
And stop
you will
crying because we don't like you.
Yes, exactly.
Knock it off. Quit playing the
do a
games
lot
just
of
because we
talking.
rejected you.
People do a lot of talking about educating themselves and emotional intelligence and the psychology of things. And I would suggest that a few of you need to read up on learned helplessness, fragility as a weapon, and cry bullying, because you're falling for a behavior that is just as manipulative as outright bullying. And you do it from the best of intents. I don't judge your heart. I think that you do it genuinely feeling that somebody is so vulnerable that they need your protection. But you're being taken for a ride.
Yeah. There is one, I won't say their name. I still think she's a good person. She is one of the most giving people.
One of the best people.
Yeah. And I ain't got nothing bad to say about her. And I would just say, I don't know, think about things a little bit more.
Hey, Sue,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do your Heidi for Alta.
I love Alta.
Yeah. I haven't seen her ask, but
I know she did. I will in a minute. I got to find the right time.
Well, while you're thinking about that, I would just like to co-sign this. Haven, I would love you to be up on panel on JBT's next live. You and JBT have a natural chemistry when you're talking with each other. It would be fantastic. I know it feels like it's a big deal to come up on a panel. It's really not. But once you get past the first time of doing it, it is really not a problem. And you would be great.
If I could do it, Haven, you can.
Please, 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 Haven, do it, please.
You sang, girl.
Do it.
She's a singer.
You know what? It'll help your anxiety once you do it and you realize that it's no big thing.
Yeah, just come up there and just start singing.
You've been on our panel before. Come on now. You're born to do this. You just don't know it yet.
I agree. She's born to do it. What you need to do is not think about the fact that anybody else is listening. Just see it as a conversation between you and JBT and Six Up. Like if you were having a conversation with JBT and Six Up was the only person listening, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, Haven, I'm proud of you.
Oh, and
She
let
said
me
we
say
talked her into it.
Yes. And one thing, hey, J. Marie, I saw your community wall post. Wow. I have totally lost all respect for the jerks tonight. So sad. I thought y'all were good-hearted people. I've kept my mouth shut. Not no more. I don't have an army. Just me. Look, let me explain something.
Wow.
To you, we are good people. We just saw you and saw what you did. You are the one that was trying. You even tried to turn me against Tanga. You were the one who put the battery in Chris's back. You'd been building your army for a long time. So while you're sitting here in the bushes listening, hey, why don't you type?
I was just going to say, you might have kept your mouth shut.
You're not blocked.
And don't keep your mouth shut. Spill it all. And guess what? You might want to remember some things, J. Marie.
And use your big girl voice.
Please.
You say that you've kept your mouth shut. You certainly haven't stopped your fingers moving, have you? You've been DMing and texting everybody.
You sure
you say that you had respect for us. That's bullshit. You don't.
No,
let's not pretend here. We're all adult women now. Let's not bullshit each other. You don't have any respect for us. You've tried to undermine us in every way. You've tried to badmouth us to as many people as possible. And I'm afraid I'm not being sucked in by the games. And if that means that we end up being attacked by a certain clip channel, have at it.
Well, yeah, maybe she hasn't come out on panel and said our names, but she's got a lot of people saying it for her.
Oh, yes. Was it you've kept your mouth shut? No, you haven't. You've had your hand in front of your mouth so nobody can see your lips moving. That doesn't mean you haven't been talking.
Tits,
You've
that's
been
called a
talking.
snake.
Amen.
And here's the problem. You think everybody that you talk to don't talk. They do. We came up here to say, Tanga came up here to say her side, and she's allowed to, because God knows you've been running around doing it everywhere. We do it one time, and you're so disappointed. I don't care.
Be
Let
disappointed.
Susan on panel.
Be disappointed. You have got
I was thinking the same.
you have got no affection or respect from us, for us, haven't for months, possibly years, possibly ever. I don't mind disappointing you.
Doesn't
I
bother me.
am particularly annoyed by the fact that you've sucked in so many good people that I had real affection and respect for, who didn't even listen to our side of things, that already decided that we were monstrous bullies. Well, if that's what they believe, I'm fine with that also. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know who these ladies are. I know who Tanga is, and I know what Tanga isn't. And this constant trying to insinuate that she's a homophobe and she's a racist and this, that, and the other, give me your receipts. I have never experienced Tanga do anything bigoted like that. I wouldn't tolerate it. Part of the reason that this bullshit started was because of certain people's toleration of bigotry. That's why you got
Interesting.
hooked in the first place.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? That's how a lot of this started, was because a lot of you were okay with it. So don't try that.
And if you think that it's not personal to me, you're kidding yourself, because whatever you say about Six Up's son and how you make Six Up feel about it, Six Up is me. I am Six Up in this situation.
Yep.
That could be my son.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Please do, darling. Sorry, I should have.
No, you're fine. Can y'all just say a little prayer for Miss Eileen?
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on, but God does, and so she's got an unspoken prayer request. So if we could put some prayers in chat for her, I know she'd appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Eileen,
Thank you, TJ.
Eileen, Bugsy, I know, will take that to heart. And she is an absolute warrior at this. Even me, in my died again Christian state, believe in the power of Bugsy's faith and their ability to pray. And you could not wish for somebody better praying for you.
They will definitely pray. They won't just say it. And they don't
Also,
take
TJ. I'm not saying that TJ isn't the same. It's just that Bugsy is the one that I know is immediately sort of in there. But I'm doing TJ down by not saying TJ. Also, I'm sorry, TJ. Darling,
No, you're fine. Hon. Bugsy teaches nursery, so she's a step up above me.
I just hold the babies.
She rocks babies, so she's a step above me. But Miss Eileen, we are praying for you, hon.
Yes, indeed.
Seriously, if anybody can suck me back in to the situation, religion-wise, it would be these two women.
But Miss Eileen, reach out to us. Send us an email if you need to talk on. We're here for you.
They don't just say it, they live it.
What running bear? I just heard, I don't know who Nugs is channel, that TBI cleared the wells. Sorry. I just had to read that. Who's Nubs, by the way?
I have no idea who that is.
Neither.
Just...
But yeah, again, lose your respect for us. Don't care. Girl, mine's been gone for a good minute. You caused us a lot of chaos, and you did cause a lot of tension amongst people that we truly care about. And after tonight, I don't care what you say or do. I really don't. Just remember, when I talk, it ain't in subliminals.
That lighter talking in subliminals, though.
Well, ladies, what do you think? I think we've said about all we need to say. Now let the send offs fire up their lives.
Oh, I'm sure that there'll be plenty of lives about this. I mean, my personal feeling is that I don't really want to taint anything else by being tacked on the end of this. I would prefer this to be a thing all on its own and not sort of move on to any other subject, because it's going to seem unnatural for us to then suddenly go into some sort of jokey, or talking about true crime or any of that. It's going to seem unnatural moving on from
Yeah.
this, tagging on a new thing. I think it's better left as a thing all on its own.
Mhm.
I stand by everything that I've said. I genuinely have great respect. I'm not going to mention the names. Great respect for some of the women who decided that they couldn't be in the Discord because they feel some sort of way about this. I wish you the best. You are great women. I understand what has motivated you. I think that you've been sucked in. But I really genuinely wish you all the very, very best.
Mhm.
I agree. I couldn't have said it better. I don't have any problems with those ladies. I just don't. Um,
Mine is with Chris.
can we name the names?
No, we've done named them. Chris, Lenny, J. Marie, and one that won't be named.
And even then, I'm not going to be arguing with them in any chat. Not interested in doing it. We've said our bit here.
Nope. Me
You
either.
go and say your bit over there. Goodness knows you've all been talking for weeks now. So it's not going to be a new thing that you fire up alive and start slander mouthing us. It has happened before. It will happen again. The old Twin Peaks thing. Do it. I'm not arguing with you in chats. I'm not being summoned to a panel. I'm not summoning you to our panel. We are not doing this twice a day for the next 6 months. It's not happening.
Nope,
But I don't take anything back.
I don't either.
Oh, and is Lady Bump here? Lady Boom that wanted me to get on panel?
What?
Yeah,
I missed that.
in Purple's the other day. Yeah, when I told Purple that I wasn't sending her screenshots and that I didn't care, and Lady Boom telling
J.
me
Marie
to
isn't being
take a
attacked.
link and get on panel. And I
Delia,
told Lady,
Dilly woo poo, rewind and listen.
she ain't being attacked. But she loves to run that narrative. I'm being attacked. Nope.
Maybe you won't want to go over there and ask why Tanga's been attacked.
Amen, Pearl. Yeah, run on over there and ask her.
and ask for receipts.
Yeah, those receipts matter.
Oh, and I got to say this too while I'm thinking about it. All these people that are on the sideline that are saying, oh, well, I don't like this, I don't like that, and I don't, they don't want to get involved, and, they're going to leave because they can't take it because it just hurts them so bad. Those same people are leaving us and running right over there to them. So what's the difference?
I mean, we did kind of get that. Not today. It was a few days ago. Like, I can't do this, but I'm gonna run over here where they're talking about you. It's fine. It's good. But no,
Right.
J. Marie ain't being attacked. J. Marie Speak your piece, girl. Go off.
But this time, say the names, girl.
Yes,
Stop
speak
it.
on it. But remember,
Use a big voice.
I'll do the same. Think about it. All right. Well, I'm out, y'all.
Yeah, I've done talking about this. It has not been a fun live. It's not a live that we want to do. I'm glad it's over and done with. It is, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, do whatever you want to do. You've been doing it anyway, all of you. Yeah.
Yeah, they have. We say something once, and yeah, it's like, oh God, I've lost respect. I'll say now. I'll say this now. Well, go ahead. Damn, you should have been doing that from the first place. You know you wanted to, so say it. Stay in victim mode. All right, I'm out, y'all.
Bye,
Good night,
y'all.
darling.
Bye, Soup.
Bye.
Bye.
Soup didn't want to see the new outro, I guess.
She's running to the bathroom.
Flicker I ever seen in my life.
She's off to the restroom.
She's got to poop. We all know that Soup can't make it through live without having to go poop.
When I was making the outro, I was thinking again how much the TJ in the intro outro looks
Love you,
more like
cracking
TJ
It looks like me.
than the old sort of image of TJ that we had. But what spoils it is because it's all moody and black and white. You don't get the blue eyes because TJ's got the most amazing blue eyes.
She does.
She really does. They're gorgeous.
And I did do one with blue eyes, but it looked weird
I'm not
because
going there, Tara.
the colour was taken out of everything else. So unfortunately, no blue eyes for TJ.
My dad had blue eyes.
And I think there was talk of a members live coming soon.
Yeah,
I don't know when
we
it
need to do
is,
that.
but I did see talk of one coming soon. So all you members out there,
Good night, Kim. Love you.
be watching for that. Good night, Kim.
Good night, Kim.
TJ, good job.
Yeah. Oh, I got another one. We love you, Kim.
Aww.
They're
We
doing
really
this
do.
because they know that Soup is listening but not here.
We love you, Soup.
The super pooper.
She has all the crazy.
Do we want to play something? We have a bunch of new members and a bunch of member milestones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we should definitely do those. Even that's really part of the.
let me run through them real quick. I want to thank Ert for being a member for 10 months.
Thank you, Ert.
Tara, thank you. You're new and you
That
gave
new
us
girl.
a super sticker, super chat. So appreciate
Love
that
you.
from the new
We'll be
girl.
praying. Love you.
Bugsy gifted 5 jerk memberships. I'd like all the new members to know we wear pink on Wednesdays. And then we have Shuby Mom. Thank you so much, Shuby Mom, for your $9.99. You ladies are awesome, and I'm sure this is the last thing you wanted to do. Prayers for all in need, and you are right. It wasn't something we wanted to do, but at some point it just became necessary. We have 9 Lives Mama. Thank you for the $5 for my favorite ladies and keeping it real. Thank you, 9 Lives. And we have Heather, who's been a member for 3 months, and she's aware. Pink. And we've got Haven coming in with her 7-month membership. September with 5 months. Somebody say that for me. Vicassar? I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but thank you for being a member for 5 months.
BC.
And Tits, 10 months. One of the original members. Thank you guys so much. And then I'm just going to play you guys something before we.
Tits was the A1 from day one.
She was. She actually said,
We
as soon
love
as you
you,
turn
Tits.
memberships on, let me know first. I want to be your first member. So Tits is our very first member.
She's the official.
I was just saying, can I mention this? Delia Whoopoo, there is not a problem with you liking Jo Marie. That's not what this is about.
Nobody said
We're
don't like her.
explaining what has gone on. You should feel free to go anywhere that you want and be friends with whoever you want. This is about people bad-mouthing in the chat over there. That's all. Please don't feel that you're not welcome here. But equally,
welcome.
if you don't feel comfortable here, we're fine with that also. And we wish you all the very best and you're welcome back anytime. It doesn't have to be a personal drama. I understand that it feels complicated to you, but it's just something that needed to be let out. It was like something sort of poisonous under the skin that was just getting worse. It needed to be opened up and cleaned out and moved on from.
She didn't watch our intro, did she?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No. No, she should have.
And so I'm gonna play this one.
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so.
That's one of my favorites.
I love it too.
Well, I love all of you ladies.
I love you.
Even Soup, even though she's gone off to poop when she should be up here. I still love you, Soup. And
We
I
love you,
Tanga.
Tanga.
I love you, Pearl.
I thank every one of you guys that showed up, and I know this is not our typical live. We don't really normally do this kind of thing, but thanks
We
for
don't like doing it.
hearing us out. And on that, we're going to lead you out with our new outro.
Can I just say one last thing? This
Sure.
is important. Please, no one here feel that you have to go out and white knight for us in another chat. We
Nope.
don't hold you to that. We don't expect you to. We don't expect you to fight battles with people. If somebody says something about me in another chat, please don't think that I hold you responsible for speaking up for me. I don't. I would not put that on people. So please don't feel that you have to white knight for us, okay? We can
Right.
fight our own battles. We're big girls.
Yep.
But thank you for the intention. I understand where it comes from and I appreciate your love and affection, but please don't.
Good night, Amanda.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Hold on. I got to line up the outro. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.